Poppy's Playtime character backstories. Mommy Longlegs. Mommy Longlegs, otherwise referred to as Experiment 1222, or Marie Payne seen on the transfer request, is a toy produced by Playtime Company, who debuted in Chapter 2, Fly in a Web as its main antagonist. Mommy Longlegs is a creature that resembles a spider with 4 limbs. She has pink skin, curly hot pink hair, and green eyes with 3 eyelashes. Her mouth is hollow with pink lipstick, and she wears a baby blue necklace. Her body is small with a dark pink sweetheart neckline and a rotund bottom. Her limbs are elastic and can stretch very far. In her furious form, she looks dirty and angry with a frowning face. In her deranged form, her eyes are dilated, her hair is messy, and her hands look like claws. In the beginning of Chapter 2, Mommy Longlegs presented herself with a warm and welcoming front to lure the player into participating in her games. This facade, however, diminished very quickly, as she threatened the player with death and the possibility of having their innards consumed by her, should the player refuse to bid by her commands. Throughout the variety of games the player has to play in to win and survive, Mommy Longlegs displays a sinister mix of childlike friendliness and mentally unhinged, making her movements unpredictable. She tends to mask her frustrations with a friendly childlike facade to hide her growing anger, such as when the player wins yet another game of hers, or when the player escaped from the statue game area, causing Mommy to desperately try luring the player back into the game area with the false promise of giving them the train code, while increasingly getting furious and violent. Through the events of Chapter 2, Mommy Longlegs ropes the player into participating multiple games, in which she claimed that she will hand pieces of the train code if they win the games. Mommy Longlegs, however, does everything in her power to prevent the player from winning and killing them in the end, such as rigging the games which the player is forced to participate in. For example, the musical memory game originally only had 4 colors, but Mommy Longlegs tampered with the mechanics, so the program adds more colors and even mathematical properties to the game to increase the difficulty. Near the end of the game, she even doubled the panels and ramped up the speed of which the correct orders are displayed to make it impossible to win. In the transfer request document, Mommy was revealed to be hostile towards the scientists and personnel of Playtime Company. Her hostility to the scientists also extends to any workers that are affiliated with Playtime Company regardless of work position. In contrast to her behavior towards the workers, she is shown to be motherly and caring, even protective to other experiment subjects. Her motherly personality also extends to children, as the document stated that alongside boosting her morale, it is unlikely that Mommy will turn hostile in front of them. Despite the stated motherly nature in the documents, she does not showcase so in the events of Chapter 2, as she will kill her own minions if they fail to kill the player, like Bunzo Bunny and the Mini Huggies, although PJ Pugapillar was spared. This also showed how she does not tolerate failures. Mommy Longlegs seemed to have an extreme ego, yet also suffers from attachment issues, as she boastfully claimed that the children she guided around the game station referred to her as Mommy, as she concluded that she is the closest thing that they have to a maternal figure, yet continued with saying that the children left her to die after finishing all the games, as they only had interests in the games, but not Mommy herself.